Hello students. In my tutorial, I will explain topics from biology, general biology and botany that will cover your botany honors graduation courses and also related topics from different courses in biology. So in my tutorial, I will discuss each and every topic so that you can have an outline of the topic and then you also have the in-depth understanding for the complicated part of the topic. So today, in my first video, I am going to explain origin and evolution of life, which is in the first year course for the botany honors graduation in many universities. First, I will discuss origin of life on planet Earth, and then I will discuss organic evolution of life on Earth. So, as we all know, our Earth is originated from Sun, and that time it was very hot and there was no life on it. Then gradually the life originated through a phenomena. To describe the phenomena, various theories had been given. One of that is called supernatural creation. That theory is not plausible now because it says that some superpower has created the life on Earth, but it is not proven scientifically. The other theory, which is also obsolete, is spontaneous generation, like from non-living matter, the life originated on Earth in the process. That is also not proven scientifically. What is proven scientifically through many experiments and what we believe today, what is the theory applied now for the origin of life on planet Earth is called biochemical origin of life. The theory was given by Oparin and Haldane separately. According to the theory, first explain what could be the environment on pre-biotic Earth. So, from the fossil records, we have seen that before 3.5 billion years ago, before that time, there was no evidence for life. The first evidence of life we found is about 3.5 billion years ago. So, possibly life originated during that period. So, what was the condition at that time? And how could be the life had been originating in a step-by-step process. That time our earth was very hot, there was a reducing atmosphere with no free oxygen, and our atmosphere contained methane, ammonia, hydroxyl-like gases and water vapor. So the ocean were like the primordial soup containing so many inorganic elements, organic compounds, then the organic compound has been created, the simple organic compounds like methane. What was the source of energy at that time? It is considered that UV light, the cosmic rays and the radiations were the source of energy at that time. And there were lots of torrential rains for many years that led the earth to cool down. So Aparin in his theory says that light originated spontaneously from some non-living organic compounds in the ocean of primitive Earth. So as I explained, was the inorganic elements, then the inorganic compounds, and from them through the source of energy, what was the UV rays, the cosmic rays, and the heat, the simple organic compound, and then the complex organic compound has been created. From those complex organic compounds, the macromolecules, possibly that has been formed from them. And a simple structure, aggregate of chemicals that was created because of the colloidal forces. That is they named as cucurbits. It was chemically directive, but it was not having any proper cell-like structure. So, from those cucurbits, then the earlier form of organism must have been originated through the process of forming a seed, through the process of forming a membrane. So that is then called as eubionts, a kind of protobionts, very primitive organism, the simplest form of prokaryotes. So Liederberg explained later the operands theory that life is originated as per the operand concept, but it is having three different steps: chemogeny, biogeny, and chemogeny. Chemogeny explains how the chemical evolution takes place. That is the formation of hydrocarbons, then hydrocarbons, then the complex kind of carbohydrates. And from carbohydrates, then fatty acids and glycerol. Then it came to the chance for the origin of amino acids. And after that, the nitrogenous bases. After chemogeny, the biogeny took place, means the nucleic acid and nucleic proteins together came and they formed the primitive kind of organism, that is protobionts. From protobionts, which were the colloidal, spherical, stable, motile aggregates but lacking a lipid membrane, from them the primary kind of organism, that is eubionts, has been created. And then it came for the third step in origin of life, that is chemogeny. So now let's have a summary of what I have told yet in Hindi. अभी तक हमने देखा कि लाइफ जो पृथ्वी पर ओरिजिनेट हुई है 3 स्टेप्स में हुई है, जैसे कि लीडरबर्ग ने बताया, कीमोजेनी, बायोजेनी और कॉम्बोजेनी। लीडरबर्ग ने ओपेरिन के कॉन्सेप्ट को ही फॉलो किया। ओपेरिन ने एंड हेल्डन ने सेपरेटली ये कहा था कि लाइफ जो है वो स्पॉन्टेनियसली ओरिजिनेट हुई है और नॉन लिविंग ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड से भी ओरिजिनेट हुई है, लेकिन उस समय हमारी पृथ्वी की जो कंडीशन थी, द प्रीबायोटिक अर्थ कैसा था, दोज ऑल कंडीशंस दे टुगेदर incorporated and caused the life to origin. कीमोजेनी जो कि पहला स्टेप था, उसमें हम लोगों ने देखा कि फ्रॉम सिंपल इनऑर्गेनिक एलिमेंट्स एंड कंपाउंड्स कैसे ऑर्गेनिक एंड कॉम्प्लिकेटेड कंपाउंड्स बने, फिर उन कॉम्प्लिकेटेड कंपाउंड्स को एग्रीगेट कर एक एग्रीगेटेड स्ट्रक्चर विच वाज नॉट हैविंग a membrane, cucurbits like a structure and later also called as microspheres, वो बने। और then the primitive kind of living organism वो बना, that was having a proper plasma membrane that can then having all the enzymatic process inside, that can have the reproduction, that can make copies of it, and then it was also started to have a genome, a information which can be carried from one generation to other. So simplest organism the prokaryotes, and then from prokaryotes different lives के forms बने, उन्होंने different तरह का nutrition adopt किया, that all now we will study under chemogeny. कॉम्बोजेनी में हम लोग पढ़ते हैं कि जो प्रिमिटिव लाइफ है, जो प्रोकैरियोट्स लाइक ऑर्गेनिज्म बने थे, उनसे जो यूकैरियोट्स हम लोग आज देखते हैं हमारे चारों तरफ, वो किस प्रोसेस से और किन फेनोमेना से वो डेवलप हुए। तो फर्स्ट व्हेन देयर वाज नो ऑर्गेनिज्म, द प्राइमरी ऑर्गेनिज्म केम एंड दैट हैड only one kind of nutrition, that it can derive its nutrition from the chemical compounds. So they are called as chemoheterotroph. From chemoheterotroph, then the another kind of organism, like one organism which is living inside the other organism, a simplest kind of parasite. So parasitism was the another mode of nutrition. And then the third mode of nutrition which developed was saprophytism. Like some primitive kind of organism, they dead, and some other organism getting their nutrition from them. So saprophytism. And then the fourth kind of mode of nutrition which which was much more advanced than this, is called as chemoautotroph. Like they were producing the form of energy, they can convert the chemical bonds into some energy bonds. The bonds which can be later used as source of energy. So they are called as chemotrophs. And then the chemosynthesizers. The next type of mode of nutrition developed in organism, that was anaerobic phototrophs. Like they were not having their source as oxygen, but some oxygen, some water kind of compounds. Like suppose instead of H2O, they would be having H2S. So those kind of organisms they considered under anaerobic phototrophs. From anaerobic phototrophs, then the aerobic phototrophs, what we call today, they are responsible for the evolution of oxygen because they were involved in the breaking down of water. And from the organic phototroph, which were the photosynthesizers, which can derive energy from sun directly, from the sun rays, and can fix them into energy rich bonds of energy on our earth, which was needed for the different forms of life. So the Miller and Urey in his experiment during 1950s showed that what Urey hypothesized and what later the Lederberg has explained was true, and it is possible to show it in a set of experiment. So this is the set of experiment what the Miller and Urey has tested. They had a collection of, so from his experiments, Miller and Urey could show that by using different amounts of simple organic compounds like water, methane, ammonia, hydrogen, water vapors, the energy is in form of electric spark, he could derive different forms of complex organic compounds like nucleotides, like complex carbohydrates, like urea, and also nonetheless he could derive ATP from his samples. So it was proved that in a non-biological model, the biological molecules can be created if given the specific need of temperature, environment, and time. In work showed that if we heated a set of amino acids for very high degree, like 200 or more, for a given period of time, he could also derive polypeptide chain from it. So now you have learned about the process of origin of life on our planet Earth, the Urey and Haldane concept, the Miller's and Urey experiment, and the step-by-step process how Lederberg explained the origin of life on our planet Earth. In the next session, we will learn the organic evolution of life on Earth, where we will learn about the Lamarck's concept, the most famous Charles Darwin's concept, and the concept which came after Darwin we called as Neo-Darwinism. And we also learn about their pros and cons. So if you like the current session, you can ask me for any support regarding this topic or any other topic of botany and general biology by mailing me on my mail address poonamranjan.jnu@gmail.com, and you can also go and write on my blog at wordpress.com, that is also Poonam Ranjan DNU. Thank you.